what made you decide to return to the world of The Conjuring for another
Uh-huh.
round?
Well, I say, and it is true that going off to do Fast and Furious 7, I kind of did rejuvenate my love for this particular genre, and that was the thing, after having made, was it Conjuring 1 and Insidious 1 and 2 as well, all back to back, all three films, I just got a bit tired of it, and actually taking a break to go off actually helped me a lot, and I realized that that even though I love painting on such a big palette like I had on F7. And that was such a fast-paced, such an awesome action, world to play in. I did kind of miss a little bit of the sort of the slower, more controlled world of my thrillers, and so I read the script. I really loved the script, and the idea of coming back to work with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson was what clinched it for me.
That's a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer, yes.
You do put, speaking of brains, you put a lot of thought, obviously, into each and every scene is very beautifully composed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you really do a great job of bringing an element of old school filmmaking, the 70s, into it. Can you talk a little bit about what some of your tricks are to make us feel that?
Right. It's funny that that it's considered old school, and that's only because my filmmaking, I guess, tends to be very classical. I've always leaned towards the classical sort of storytelling, using camera work, crafting the mise-en-scene, within it, and so I've always been a fan of pure cinema filmmaking, and it just so happens it just fitted perfectly that style with the Conjuring brand, because of the period setting, and I just embraced it. I just took it in and just really went for it, and I felt that the period detail is very important for me because, the Conjuring movies are inspired by quote-unquote true life events, reported events, and based on real people that actually exist, right? And so it was very important that it at least smells real, and there's a sense of truism to it, and so all those details in the background, of England, and just the tonality and texture of that time period was very important for me.
Not to mention the wallpaper.
Yeah, the frightening wallpaper. Yeah, I know the wallpaper was so scary, but that's what we had back then apparently. Yeah.
Well, speaking of frightening, the person that was sitting next to me at our screening was severely traumatized. I don't mean just funnily, covering her eyes and, No, she was really scared. I mean, she was clutching herself and is that the reaction that you want?
Of course, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the kind of reaction you want for a scary movie. Just like if you watch a comedy, you want people to be laughing at it, right? And in a scary movie, you want people to be, hiding, their eyes in fear, covering their ears. No, it's fun. It's what makes it rewarding for me as a filmmaker making these kind of films.